Hi, this is Brian Sykes with AdJourney's JumpStart-U, and with us today is Trish. Trish Sykes, she's my wife, and we're the partners together in this adventure called AdJourney. JumpStart-U, we've been going through the Google My Business account, and since I'm actually in the process of putting together the Google My Business profile for Trish. She's got a sideline business called Just So Easy, and we're in the process of building up this outlet, and I want to use the process of creating the content for her account and educating her in this process so you guys can learn along with us. And so what we received in the mail from the last time, I told you that I did if you followed along with us, then what I did is I filled out the information for Just So Easy and with the Google My Business account, and I did the 5-day verification process, so they would mail us a form. And so Trish actually has the form, and go ahead and open that up, and if you've gotten yours, great. You can follow along with us on what to do next. If not, this is exactly what you're going to get. So I want to minimize this and go ahead and jump into the Google account.
Should I show?
Yeah.
What it looks like?
Go ahead and let me pull this back up nice and big again here. So what you get is this simple little document from Google, and that's her verification number. It won't work for you, sorry. When you're inside of Google, remember before I was showing you with once you got your Google account available, you've got this little collection of dots in the top right corner next to your photograph. I'm going to click on this for Google Apps, and Google My Business is at the top. Takes a second to load up, and you'll see all the different ones that you have available. And here's Just So Easy on ours. And I'm going to do enter code because it tells us the code is required. Now, when this pulls up, it's asking us for the code that's been asked for. And so I'm going to go ahead and enter that. Okay, we are now verified. As simple as that. That was all that was involved in this process. Now, we do not have to verify again. With Google, we're good to go. What it tells us, though, is the account, AdJourney7@gmail. This is my Gmail account that I work with. And it says it's now authorized to manage Just So Easy on Google. Okay, so once you're verified, what do you do now? Well, now we can utilize our Google My Business account. The first thing it says is add photos of your store. And these are just some of the options that you can do right away. I'm going to add some of these things later, but for now I'm going to skip add photos of your store. I'm going to skip the advertise with Google. Again, if you want to use Google Ads, feel free to do so. You will gain some traction. You will get some connections and links, and there will be people who will click on your link just to do so. But Google's own numbers reflect that 80% of people will skip the ads and go straight to the organic results. So the organic results are far more beneficial to you in a business. I'm skipping this. No need for us to advertise. The ads that you get are sort of like what you see right here. It leads with the word ad. It'll give you the link to the domain that you're sending it to with a title that you create, the copy that you're going to include with this, and then a phone number or call business or whatever, so that Google's able to track everything that takes place. I'm going to skip for now. Your business profile is almost ready. This is because on the last issue, I actually added some content, and so that's the reason a lot of this content's already available. Okay, from this place, Trish, I'm going to walk you through some of these things.
Okay.
So you can be familiar with Google My Business's platform. Now, this is what you get when you open up your Google My Business platform. It says, I've completed all the tasks, and don't forget to check back for more. This is something that's really nice that Google started doing about a year ago, and it just kind of keeps you up to date of anything that needs to be filled in. I think this came about during COVID's height because so many people were going online, checking with Google, your Google account, to see if your business was still open and what your hours of operation were. So I noticed this has been available here, and this is kind of a nice little thing. It lets you know what you're doing. With your main platform, as mentioned before, you've got a series of links on the left-hand side. So the title of my business that I'm dealing with is Just So Easy. It's North Carolina, USA. And you've got home, posts, info, insights, reviews, messages, photos, products, website, and users. Okay. Within each of these, there's different things you're able to accomplish. Now, I've already created the first post, and it became available April 16th, 2021. So that was a week ago when we were in the process of putting together the last issue. So home is just your general overview. It lets you see everything that's going on with your business profile.
So it's like a dashboard?
Yes, it is your dashboard. And literally this entire thing is your dashboard. Home is your summary. The first thing, it's going to highlight COVID-19, and it's been doing that for quite a while. This is because I think, again, it goes back to once COVID got underway, people were searching for business information. Google wanted to be the primary means of making sure that information got out. So this is really good. If you're going to utilize Google My Business, make sure you keep your dates active and up to date. In other words, if you're going to be closing the business for a week of vacation, or you're going to be modifying your hours, adding more or taking away, this is the best place to start with that information. Of course, adding it to your website is crucial, but making sure that it's here. The reason is because most people, if they're trying to find something, they grab their phone and they say, what time does so-and-so close? Or they'll pull up that address and they'll look to see information about a particular business.
Even if it's a certain type of business, I know I'm doing that now with food establishments.
Yes.
I'm looking to see, okay, are they one that's closed down now? Or,
right.
Like today I was on the way to the airport and I was looking for a Panera close to the airport. I found one, but I wanted to be sure, there's been nothing hinky that's got them temporarily or permanently closed. Same with a gas station.
Right.
So I use that all the time, actually.
So it's a very handy tool, and this is why I tell customers all the time, or clients in regards to business, this is a point of engagement, or what's considered a consumer touch point. In other words, this is how a business is going to find out more about your business or touch base with your business. And by controlling the Google My Business profile, you can manage this information. A lot of words on that, but this is really a good thing to be thinking about. The next is advertise easily in minutes. The idea here, of course, is they're trying to promote the Google ads, and this is the pay-per-click advertising. I'm not pushing that, as you've already noticed. One of the things I like right away is get your first review. This is really, really, and I want to say really about 10 times multiplied, very valuable to you as a business. And what it shows is share review form. Okay, now what is a review form? This is what you can send to past clients or existing clients and ask them to write up a summary or review of your business. When I click this, it pops up this little thing here, and it says, give customers a link to review your business on Google. Well, right now, this is what it gives me. Now, we can actually modify this name so that it'll read as a profile name rather than the collection of letters. It really doesn't matter what this is. The link is what's going to take them to the opportunity to do the review. So when you notice this, click to copy a link. When I click this link, it says link copied. I can go and share that on my social profiles. I can send that in all my emails when I'm dealing with clients. You can include it on your invoice, so clients have that as a way to easily access doing a Google review. But don't just throw it out there assuming that people are going to click. People want you to walk them through the process. In other words, here's the link, this is what it's for, and this is what you need to do. I did this for one of my clients, and we're getting 2 to 3 reviews a week now because we sent out a simple postcard and a business card with every one of their invoices, and it walks them through the process. When they click on the information that's on this postcard, what it does is it says, okay, in order to do a review, this is the steps. This is what's involved. This is what you got to do. And what's happened from that is people who were timid and afraid of it before, it makes it very, very simple. So anyway, the link copied here, you can notice that you got the option of adding to Facebook, WhatsApp, and Twitter, or share via email. Just by clicking linking, you can use it.
Is some form, copy, or content something you could eventually provide for people, sort of like a copy paste as a message that's a pretty good one that's effective to actually get someone to go, oh, okay, this is understandable.
Yeah.
Because maybe I wouldn't say it like it needs to be said to make someone really incentivized to click through. And maybe you've just got some good copy or a form letter that's an explanation. Is that something you might offer?
I think that'd be a great thing to do. I've got a series that I'm looking at doing ongoing with this Google My Business, and so we're just kind of scratching the surface so far. We've talked about the importance of social media in general regarding the SEO stuff from Google My Business. Last week we talked about setting up a Google My Business account, and this week we're actually kind of walking through the account itself. Now it's been verified, and some of the things that are available in it.
I have a question.
Sure.
The link, can that be copied into a message on a different platform than what's offered there? Like,
yes.
I have an Etsy shop.
Yeah.
If I wanted to go to past customers through their actual digital orders where I can message them directly, can I put that link inside those messages?
You sure can.
Okay.
So this link, by it saying link copied, that is now available, and literally I could go into notes, just as an example. It'll take a second to open up, and I can do a new link and paste. So that link is readily available. Okay. Get custom email you at your business. What this is creating a professional Gmail address with the Google Workspace. This is something that costs money for businesses. Here's the nice thing. If you are a nonprofit, a 501c3, you can get this for absolutely free for your business, and it can be used for the network of business. And so in other words, if you're a church or a charitable organization and you've got a 501c3 status, walk through the process. It's very easy. And you get a lot with it, and it's something that Google makes available. As far as what a Google Workspace is and what you can accomplish with it, that's a whole nother video for sure. Your latest post. Okay, so one of the things that we're going to talk about today is posting and what it's all about, how it benefits you, and what you can do with. I'm going to come back to that because I want to kind of look at these other things really fast. Again, like I said, like Trish mentioned as well, this is really the overview of everything that we're looking at for the company profile on Google My Business. So pending edits, it lets us know some edits are pending. And the edits that it's got pending right now are based off of we just got verified. And so now that we're verified, it actually is going to go for review for any edits that we've requested. So those things are just kind of standing. Some of the edits, due to COVID, now have several days of delay before you see them take place. Just something to be aware of.
So it's pretty normal to see pending edits once you've entered your code and you're in here. That's not abnormal.
No, that's not
indicative
abnormal.
That you've done something wrong.
Correct.
Okay.
In other words, if you hadn't done it right, if you didn't put in the right code or you didn't do it within the right time frame, you wouldn't be at this page yet.
Okay.
Complete your business profile. It lets us know it's 65% done. Now, here's one thing that I definitely want you to do. It says add profile short name. Okay. The add profile short name is, I'll show you. A profile short name makes it easier for customers to find and follow your business on maps and search. Okay, so your short name can be changed 3 times per year. Good to know, but also it means if you do it wrong, you only have 2 more chances within that year. So I'm just going to type in just so easy.
You shouldn't put spaces.
You shouldn't put spaces.
Okay.
Because what this is going to be is it's going to be added on to the tail end of your domain name listing on the form.
Okay.
So it shows up and it says you can do just so easy. What it'll do is it'll put hyphens in place of spaces. So we'll do just so easy as it's listed because that's also the business name. And we say apply. Now, once it's applied, notice now this is the business profile. This is the same thing we clicked on a second ago for sharing with our getting people to do Google reviews. Mm-hmm. So now instead of being that whole series of letters, it's this.
Oh, okay.
So when I click to copy a link, I'll actually show you. Oop. Let me try that one again. Okay, so this is the code that we had before.
That was for the review.
This is for the review. And
that's for the...
This is the new review address.
Oh, okay.
So now instead of being this whole series of letters, it's simply Just So Easy. And GM for Google My Business, I guess. All right. Now, if you've got a business that you're ready to shut down, I'll show you this real fast. You've got this option here of close this business on Google. Say you're ready to close down operations, you no longer want this to be in business. You can mark as temporarily closed. You can mark as permanently closed or remove listing. Be careful. They leave this on the home page, so it's easily accessible. But clicking on this puts it in motion that this is what you're literally trying to accomplish, and that you don't want to accidentally remove the listing and then have to start the whole process over of setting up a Google My Business profile. What you'll notice over here on the left-hand side is service areas. This is some information that is put in under your info. So we're no longer on home. We just went to info, and we did that when I told it to change the settings. Let me go back to our home page. Sorry. Complete your business profile. It tells us we're at 65%. It says add a logo. Okay, this is one thing I think it's problematic with Google. I do not know why. My account's been active for several years, and it still tells me to add a logo, and I've got a logo there.
Well, just like it's telling you above, add profile short name, but we did it already.
Yes.
It almost looks like you haven't done it when it's prompting you to do it.
Right.
Like that. But that's not.
So when I do add logo, I've actually got, you'll see here it says logo, so that's already been applied. I've got a cover graphic, and I've actually added some images to the collection. Trish just noticed I've got pictures of her and her collection there. The next thing on the right-hand side is add manager to your business. And this is really beneficial if you're going to have an outside agency manage your account. This is how you can bring them in to do so. When I first opened up my Google account just a second ago to go into here, I had several images which will, by the time you see the video, we're going to be glossed over or glazed over. But those are business accounts, some of them that I'm managing. And I'm a manager for that account. So to add a manager to your account, you simply send invite, and you'll see that I've got myself and I've got Trish as managers. I'm the one who set it up, so it shows up that I'm the primary owner and she's an invited owner. What's the difference? The primary owner is basically the one who establishes the account. So if you're doing this as an agency or whatever for another business, you are still going to be listed as the primary owner. And I'm going to do done. If you're a Black-owned business, you can include this. One thing that happens with Google is when this is featured or selected, this becomes an icon that now is going to follow or stay with your account. And obviously, we're not Black-owned business, so we don't have that attribute.
Does that change? Do they offer things from time to time to designate you in certain categories?
Yeah, you'll see some things that'll pop up here.
Like if you're in support of a certain thing, or you don't offer something and it's something very, very mainstream, trendy or not trendy.
Yes.
Like, will that change maybe?
This may change at different times. I've seen different options show up under info and insights, or under info, where you can classify your business in different areas.
Okay.
A minority-owned, women-owned, and in like this case, the featured the Black-owned business.
Okay.
Get full access to your business profile. And this says receive instant alerts when customers leave reviews, send messages, and more with Google My Business app. The app is available on your phone. I recommend it.
So I need to do that.
Yeah, and you can do that. And what's nice with the app is because I've already got an account, once I log in with my Google account, so there's my little app icon right there. Can't see it past the thing. So when I click on that, let's see if I can get it in front of the camera. It takes just a second, and it says my business would like to access your phone. and it pulls up and shows me some active accounts, images, and things right away. And I'm able to go in and edit all my different Google My Business accounts. I'm sorry, I was leaning out of the way and didn't show up in the screen. So with the one I've just added is Just So Easy. I'm loading this up real fast. And it's just letting me know that I'm now inside of the account and I can manage it. Okay. Learn more about your business insights. That's this tab right here. Trish is
going to be numbers and graphs.
Yes.
And
Trish is a numbers girl, so this is right down her alley. She loves this kind of thing. But what's really great with this is it lets you see all the details of what's going on with every single thing that happens. Now, the account only became available today. Because it was just verified. Okay. So there's not going to be a lot of insights on this. And when I click over here, you'll see, nothing. Not enough data for a selected time period. But I want to show you, we're in the insights. It says your insights are moving. This is a new profile performance chart that they've created. And I'm going to click on this to show you. You can choose a time period, and you can see how people have interacted with the website or with your Google My Business link, how they discovered you. And you just heard Herschel, our dog, in the background. But what's nice here is it lets you see basically the engagement that takes place, and you can choose the time frame that you're wanting to measure. Okay. And I'm going to go back to where we were. How customers search for your business over 1 month. You do 1 week, 1 month, 1 quarter. And it does a chart and a breakdown. Okay. And customer actions. What's nice with this is it shows you what they did. Did they visit the website? Did they make a phone call? Did they get directions to your business? Those are the 3 primary customer actions that are being measured here. We've got a number of clients who are getting 20 and 30 phone calls a day just from the Google My Business platform. So this is extremely valuable. And what I like on phone calls is it literally will show you the day of the week and the time of the day when you're getting phone calls. So if you're getting a lot of traction taking place, with most of my clients, I've got it nailed down to 1 week because I'm wanting to see exactly what's taking place. What's funny is the days that they occur. So one client gets most of all their phone calls on Tuesday, and another client gets most of all their phone calls on Thursday. Why? It doesn't really make any sense. But it's always interesting to see the data, because what it lets you know is where your high call volume is going to be, when to anticipate phone calls coming or derived from Google My Business.
Making sure your staffing and customer service is on point too.
Yes. And again, that goes back to, that's a marketing standpoint, but we're looking at consumer engagement. Whenever clients come in contact with your business and you know that you can be ready for it, then you can anticipate Thursday's going to be our big day of phone calls. We need to be ready.
For a business that doesn't take calls, it literally just has digital offerings and purchases that way. Does it track click-throughs on? Yeah,
it shows click-throughs that if they go to the website, right, or click-throughs. And this is another thing that's kind of neat. I'll probably spend more time on this on another video, where you can list products for sale. And so we actually have one. So I've got the baby loafer sewing pattern. And when this is clicked, it takes us straight to the shop where that purchase can be made.
And everything directly to the product.
To the product. And this is going straight from a Google. So if somebody is searching for sewing patterns, and because we're a listing and this is one of the things that Trish makes, then those patterns would show up right away and be available for people to purchase. That's really good. And what's neat is you can see what's gotten the most attention, where the traction's growing. So post. Here's one post that's been done so far, and that's all, and that's okay. This is what I wanted to have one in place, and so this was posted. And now let me walk you through the process of what posts are and what they're for. First is COVID-19 updates. We don't have any COVID-19 updates. All of our products in this case are digital for the Just So Easy. But if you're a business and you want to keep people posted on what's going on with your business related to COVID-19, this is highly trending with Google. So they're going to take those and they're going to put them at the front. If your business is doing anything with COVID-19, you just had the secretary get her shot today or whatever, put it out there. The reason is because what's happening with this is Google is tracking the COVID-19 activity and leading it with it. It's a primary concern to Google because it's what people are wanting to know about.
Is there a way, is this the appropriate place to highlight that you're very COVID-19 or pandemic friendly or trending because
Yes.
you're all digital, no touch, no contact?
Yeah, this would be a place where we can, for our case, it'd be a really ideal place to kind of have that information out there that you're literally dealing with digital downloads. Other things are add offer, add product, add update, and add event. Now, these are pretty much self-explanatory. If it's an add offer, you're providing a window of time that you're going to provide a special rate or a special deal. You include a picture, a description of what the thing is, typically a coupon code if you want to have one, and you describe what the offer is. Under add product, this is how the products were added before. When I click under add product, you've got a place to add the photo, the product name, the categories which you define, and the price or price range with a description, and then add a button. The last thing is the options that are available. So when you're doing a product, order online, buy, learn more, get offer. This is really kind of interesting because you can always be promoting something or getting extra information about something. And then the link is just the hard link that takes them to where they can do the thing that you've told them.
Any of those, if you choose one of them, so say get offer, if you choose that, is that an opportunity then to capture someone's email?
Under offer,
Like
add photo, offer title. Well, I think you may be able to do that as part of your purchase option. So if they're going to be purchasing something, always with the offer is the idea is a transaction of something taking place. I would imagine you could probably use this, and I never thought about it that way, but there's a way you could probably do this and give them something for free, to learn a new thing, sort of like I'm providing this for free for you guys. Once you've created it, you've set your date and your time frame. This is under offer, publish. It's fairly simple. And what's new? If you're not providing an offer or a product, this is something you need to be doing regularly is what's new. And this is where you're adding a photo and you're adding a brief 2 to 3 paragraph summary of what the product is or what what's new in relation to the business. And the options here are book, order online, buy, learn more, sign up, call now. It's an overlay of the product side of things where they can make a purchase. But also, this is what I use for AdJourney, where what I'm providing is a way for people to book a consultation with us. And so under book with the AdJourney's link, it takes them to a page, a one-page sign up where they can fill out the information and say, I want to hire AdJourney for one-to-one consulting. Learn more. You can have a brief write-up about a specific product or service, and then the link can take them to the web page where you give them more information. They can kind of fill in the blank.
Can you kind of give a little trailer almost to say like a video in the studio just to see what you're working on? Is this where that would be put?
Well, that's actually going to go in another section for those kind of things, because here you're limited to photos for what you can share within a post. Okay. There is a place where we can add under the category called photos, which is over here on the left-hand side. We'll be able to add photos and pictures. Events. This is if your business is offering an event, something that's coming up soon, like a big sale or a big promotion, and you want to get it out there. You have an event title. You have the date that it's going to take place. Could
this be for something like a lesson you're going to put on, like a Zoom or a big product reveal? Or
yeah, and this is just where you can put the information, and then you can summarize that under add more detail. It's optional, where you can put the details of the event. So literally, I could have put out a post for this and say, AdJourney's releasing the next post for Google My Business and putting in content.
Okay.
And then the button is, what do you want them to do? Book, order online, buy, learn more, sign up, call out now.
Okay.
And those are all the options. Once you're done, you simply push publish. And once you publish a post, it goes live. Now I want to show you real fast under what's new, and here's why I want to do this. I'm going to do add photos. it pulls up this option. You can either drag photos here or you can select photos from your computer. On your phone, it works exactly the same. I've already got an image over here on this side, and I'll grab one of these, see which one I want to use. I'll just temporarily bring this over. Okay, when I drop it in, you see the image, but here's the one thing about Google, is Google has a set dimension of how big it wants something to be. And if you do not click on this little icon right here, it's going to trim it down automatically for you. So when I click on this, it shows you how big this little window was it was going to cut it down to. If I hadn't have applied it or clicked on that crop icon, this is how big my image would be. Now, if I wanted the full extent, I just want to grab those and resize it and then click on Upload Photo. Now it's got the full-size image in here. Just kind of a good thing to know, because if you didn't know that, you're going to keep cropping your images and you're going to have no clue why. It doesn't.
It'll still crop the thumbnail like it showed before, though, right? Or will it show the full image now?
It's going to show you just how it did before, but when it reveals and shows the post, you'll get the full size.
Okay.
Writing the post, you put your copy with that. You have the link in the bottom, and you do publish. Right? Okay. And preview just kind of gives you an example of what this is going to look like when it goes live.
Okay.
And I'm going to cancel out of this for now. When you're under post, you can see every post that you've ever created. I only have one right now, but what's neat is when you go and look at the history under post, you can actually see, it'll put underneath it how many times a post has been viewed. Right now, there's nothing here to be seen, so nothing happening. Now, share post is what's really interesting. Say you're here and you really think this is a great looking ad and I want to make sure that gets seen. I want to share post. Okay. I can copy this link and I can put it on other places, Facebook, Twitter, email. But if you copy that link, you can put it in other places, like, however you want to set it out there.
Like on Instagram?
Instagram, you're going to end up with a funny thing because Instagram doesn't really deal with links the same way.
Gotcha.
But maybe you want to put it on LinkedIn, or maybe you want to put it in Pinterest or something along those lines. Okay. Info we've already kind of gone over. It's really kind of a summary of your homepage. And underneath each of these where there's a pencil, you can click to modify the information. And I think that is a pretty good place to bring this to a stop. On the next time, I want to spend more time of walking through the process of, we've looked at posting types. We've looked at why it matters as far as when to post and everything. We've looked at making sure you get reviews. Next time, I want to talk about photos and videos and how to get those in place and make sure what your time frame or creating a schedule for that so it's effective. Anyway, hopefully this was a great asset to you. Thanks, Trish, for joining us on this one. And anyway, you guys be blessed and have an awesome evening.